Shabbat Shalom. Today is Friday the 13th, and we are all here. I hope no one was driving or has seen a black cat or anything like that this evening, but it's strange because 13 in the Jewish faith is actually a lucky number. At the age of 13, you become a bar or bat mitzvah. There are 613 commandments of the Torah. Sorry, 613 commandments of the Torah. There we go, got it. There are 13 attributes of God that we sing for Yigdal. So the number 13 is actually extra special. And so as we welcome Shabbat, and on the 13th of this month, we celebrate a Shabbat, which I hope will bring us luck. And while Jews are superstitious, we are fine tonight. Page 128. Shabbat Shalom, Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom, Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
129.
Just sang a song, My Beloved is Mine and I am my beloved. The words that we sang have a Hebrew acronym of Aleph Lamed Elul, which we are in the month of. The Hebrew month of Elul started last Monday, and this is the first Shabbat, and it's a Shabbat of love, where we welcome the Sabbath bride, we welcome our Temple Emanu-El community. And so if you're joining us online, wish us a Shabbat Shalom, and we'll wish you a Shabbat Shalom as well. And if you're home and you want to send a text to a loved one to wish them a Shabbat, or if you're in the sanctuary, you can do the same as well, as we want to increase the love during this month as we prepare for the high holidays in just a few weeks. And as we prepare for the high holidays, we will be singing some tunes that help us get ready for that, some melodies that help us get ready for that, as well as some additional readings as well.
Repeat after me. We return.
We return.
We return.
We return.
We return. Return again. We return.
We return.
We return. We return.
Shabbat greetings from Annette Raddick and Terry and Rick Klass, as well as the White family in the Poconos. And so we welcome our Sabbath bride, or we welcome our Sabbath angels with the words on page 142 with the words of Shalom Aleichem. Turn to page 120, and we saying we return. We also get a return of Cantor Anna Ott, who celebrated her birthday this past week, as well as returning to our community. And so I'm going to invite Cantor Ott to light our Shabbat candles and lead us in a blessing.
I honor the gift of stillness and rest, a day devoted to peace, peace within my soul. On this day, I have everything I need, peace with those around me. On this day, I seek no quarrel or strife, peace of earth and sky, green trees and quiet water. I give thanks that I am present in this world. I celebrate the miracle of existence, the breath within me, the beating of my heart, the love that blesses my life.
Thank you. We turn to page 138 for the words of Lecha Dodi. It's a melody that Cantor Ott introduced to us last year. We will sing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And on the final verse, we'll rise and face the sanctuary doors of wherever you are praying with us this evening. Continue with the Baruch Hu on page 146.
Ah
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, v'chochma poteach sha'arim, u'bitbuna meshanei itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'mesader et hachochavim, u'mishroteam barakir kirtzona, borei yom v'layla, roleil or mipnei choshech, choshech mipnei or, u'ma'avir yom u'bin layla, u'ma'avdil be'yom u'bein layla, Adonai tzefaot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hamariv aravim.
Tasir mimenu leolamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai.
We went forth. Behind us now, the speech of strangers. Ahead, the freedom to speak our own words and discover the holy. Witnessing this, the great sea fled, the river changed its course. The mountains danced like rams, the hills like sheep. Sea, river, and mountains, what has become of you? Why flee? Change course. Why dance like rams and sheep? Stand in awe, all the earth. The God of Jacob turns rocks to water, stone to a gushing stream. Life changes course in an instant. Sing from the heart. awaken to life's wonders. Page 161. We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time.
Shabbat
Page 164, we rise to the Amida.
Open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu V'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor VeHaNorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Mekoneh Hakol, V'zoher Kasei Avot V'Imahot, U'mehid Geula Livnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo Yahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Madei, Baruch atah Adonai, Magid Avraham, Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh Hakol atah Rav Le'Hoshia, Ori atah, Mechakel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayeh Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Merofei Koholim, U'matir Asurim, U'mekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Chacham Kedurot, U'midomela, Melech Memit U'mekayem, U'masliach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah le'hachayot ha'chol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh ha'chol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, v'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelu v'selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el ha'kadosh.
We continue silently, either using the words of the page of our Siddur or the words of your heart. When you're done praying, I invite you to be seated.
Adonai Tzuri v'goali. Go inside your heart, just be. Go inside your heart and see what it wants, what it needs, what it yearns when you breathe. Go inside your heart and see. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be kind, be true. May they be acceptable to you, oh my rock and my redeemer.
Our prayers turn to those who are in the need of healing of mind and body and spirit. May the one who blessings are many, heal and bless us and all those who live in the shadow of illness. May God's care bring us comfort and courage. May God's love open our eyes to faith and compassion around us. May the source of hope and renewal show us the way towards peace of mind, wholeness within, the strength from our community. Source of blessing, as you inspired Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, inspire us too. Let us shine the soft light of human kindness in dark places. Let song, prayer, and silence be our instruments of care and healing. Let us all, the sick and the well together, be blessed as God blessed Joshua. Hazach ve'ematz. Be strong and good courage. We think of those who need extra healing. Gabby Kraft Buckman, Arlene Furman, Neil Silverman, Mason Rockmore, Pearl Weitzman, Perry Shellman, Sharon Neese, Andy Scatorius Diori, Joyce Kagan, Ina Bat-Devel Draymond, Kathy Murphy, Stephen Brundage, Betty Moore, Madison Mosher, Stephen Wasser, Melissa Bear, Anita Engel, David Lazar, Amy Lederer Shapiro, Rosalie Elbaum, Stephen Anthony Susak, Sharon Chapeau, David Mazel, Connor Gelinas, Ari Brofman, Naomi Abramson, Anthony Carlis, Cheryl Becker, Michelle Colburn, Michelle Sherman, Shirley Rosenberg, Judy Kellner, Phyllis Bernstein, Stanley Wecklin, Edith Sands, Marlena Brower, Sheila Goldberg, Irene Gecker, Sharon Zinni, Melanie Kent, Sandy Lewan, Chaya Chana Bamoshel Ve'irit, and Lawrence Mandel, as those we name out loud right now and those in our chat box. Jane Barrett and Gary Donner. We also mark the sweetness of this day by sharing a glass of wine together, or Cantor Goldman can drink a glass of wine together. Soon, hopefully, we'll have Kiddush and Oneg, but not yet, but in the future, but that's what we can pray for. But we also bring the sweetness into this community by sharing wonderful things that may have happened this past week. We know it was Cantor Ott's birthday. We know it was Adele Schaffman's big birthday this past week. I think we have a trip from Iceland back, and so we welcome those who went to Iceland, the Cohens and the Rosners, and so I hope you had a wonderful time. Any other good things that happened this past week, please share them with us online or in person. Well, those are three good things.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think we have one over here. Yes, please.
I celebrated my brother's birthday on Wednesday.
You celebrated your twin brother's birthday. Wow, that's very awesome. Well, happy birthday to your brother. There you go. Any other good things to celebrate? We rise for Kiddush on page 123. Terry and Rick. Oh yes, we had our temple president, Terry Klass, had her birthday as well as an anniversary this past week as well. Mazel tov to you and Rick on your anniversary.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron le'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tefillah le'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher le'tziat Mitzrayim, ki banu b'harta v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha b'ahava u'ratzon kinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Chaim.
Cheers.
Please be seated. Max Rosenberg said sweetness of this week was spending time with his amazing dad this weekend. So Shabbat Shalom to everyone who shared the sweetness of this past week with us. Many of you are probably aware of a program called PJ Library. PJ Library sends free Jewish children's books to families across the world every month. Funded by the Harold Grinspoon Foundation, PJ Library shares Jewish stories that can help families talk together about values and traditions. For those grandparents out there, there is PJ Library for grandparents, so you can sign up and get a book to read to your grandchildren. So we get a book in the mail recently. It's for Zoe, and it's titled Rosh Hashanah is Coming. To tell you the truth, that title got me a little nervous. While I know Rosh Hashanah is coming, I didn't need an entire book to tell me about it. But in actuality, we do need that reminder, especially this year, when we are in the summer vibe and the holidays are right around the corner, Monday of Labor Day. That is why our Jewish tradition has the important Hebrew month of Elul. As I shared in the beginning, this is the first Shabbat of the month of Elul. And according to tradition, this month is a time of introspection and reflection as we prepare for the High Holy Days. Rabbi Jacob Molin wrote that all the month of Elul, let every person sit and look into their soul and search their deeds that they may make confession. Traditionally, there are two things that Jews should do every day during the month of Elul besides planning your Rosh Hashanah dinners or your Yom Kippur breakfast. During the morning prayers, we are to add Psalm 27. And we are to hear the shofar sound each morning. We cheated a little bit and blasted it at the beginning of services tonight. Psalm 27 verse reflects a range of human emotion and a sense of faith appropriate to these days of spiritual struggle. The psalm starts with these words: Adonai is my light and my help. Whom should I fear? Adonai is the stronghold of my life. Whom should I dread?
Adonai ma'oz chaya mimi efchad Adonai ori.
The theme of this psalm, as writer and scholar Ruvain Hammer reminds us, is confidence and trust in God, a theme most appropriate to the holy days. We are coming to a time of judgment, and we enter this time not with fear, but with trust that God's verdict will be positive. And yet we are still full of trepidation, crying out to be heard. We continue, just one thing I have asked of God, only this do I seek, to dwell in God's house all the days of my life, to behold divine sweetness and beauty, and to gaze in the delight of God's temple. Of this psalm is that our life is uncertain. We are on a quest. We are searching for light, peace, and strength during this tumultuous time. The psalm aids us on this spiritual practice and helps us develop courage and inner peace. We can't just jump into Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. We need to prepare spiritually and mentally. And then we have the alarm clock, the shofar each morning that jolts us. Psalm 27 is in our heads. The shofar is felt through our bones and wakes us up to reflect on our failings and to do teshuvah, the work of return. There's a midrash in Pirkei de Rabbi Eliezer that connects the shofar sound in the month of Elul. When Moses came down the mountain the first time and saw the Israelites dancing with the commandments, what does he do? He smashes them to the ground. So the rabbis ask, what did Moses do with those broken tablets? The Midrash teaches us that those broken tablets were placed next to that second set of intact tablets in the ark that God instructed Moses to build. According to the Midrash, Moses received those second tablets as the shofar was blasting on the first day of the month of Elul. So we keep those shattered pieces as well to remind us of our failings. We care for them. We place them in holy spaces. The holy places of the world embrace us in our brokenness on the holiest days of our year. Rosh Hashanah is coming, and we have Psalm 27 and the shofar blast to remind us, as well as that children's book. But if we don't hear the shofar each morning, and if we don't recite Psalm 27 each day, there are other ways for us to begin to prepare for the High Holy Days. One is this coming Tuesday at 7:30 on Zoom with Cantor Goldman as she reflects on some of the melodies that we will use in the month of Elul. Another is by reaching out to someone that we may have hurt to begin that process of teshuvah. Or we could take a moment in nature and set our intentions for the upcoming days of awe. Or we can find a new Jewish podcast or a new book to help us reach this season of sacredness. Let us prepare for these days of awe. Each day we should ask for God just one thing. Only this do I seek, to dwell in God's house all the days of my life, to behold divine sweetness and beauty, to gaze in delight of God's temple. Page 662. Continue our service with Aleinu on page 586. Please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, v'atei titula le'otzeh bereshit, shelo asanu kidoyei ha'aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech, malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Please be seated. Page 591. Rise up like the Son of God over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom ha'u yireh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me. And may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea. But such a tide as moving seems asleep, too full for sound and foam, when that which drew from out the boundless deep turns again home. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar. Our thoughts turn to loved ones whom death has taken from us in recent days, and those who've died in seasons in years past. If you hear your loved one name this evening, I invite you to rise and remain standing. We remember those who have died in the last 30 days: Elias Schwartz, father of Robert Schwartz; Martin Ostroff; and Mark Zuckerman, father of Lynn Hirsch. Remember the yahrzeit, the anniversary of our loved ones' deaths: Nathan Ablov, Gerald Altman, Louis Baker, Solomon Barnett, Sheila Bookbinder, Samuel Cohen, Ray Feldman, Alan M. Fink, Dorothy Gilman, Joyce Glickman, Abraham Golish, Helen Tansky, Herb Heitner, Joseph Kendler, Peggy Labovitz, Sheila Lazarus, Norma Leedy, Bernard Levine, Joseph Levine, Kathy Henther, Linder Gibson, Frederick Maiselman, Frank Oakes, Lottie Oster, Gertrude Pollock, Wendy Rosenberg, Betty Rosenthal, Kurt Rubel, Mildred Samuels, Lori Schatz, Jerome Silverman, Jack Slater, Lena Zutz Spivak, Jack Strauss, Stephen Sutter, Bob Sutter, Irving Taffet, Selma Weiss, Eric Wertheim, Marie Wright, Betty Euro, Ann Zemmel. We also remember those who have died but have yet been buried: Viola Newman, aunt of Peter Klein; Sheldon Zinberg, uncle of Scott Zinberg. If you are in the first year of mourning, I invite you to rise and be recognized by our community. If you are remembering a loved one this evening, I invite you to share their name out loud or in the chat box as well.
Lawrence Nadelman.
As one community, we rise for the words of Mourner's Kaddish on page 509. 598. Yikada v'yikada shemei Rabbah, v'yamad zivarach uretei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chaya chod u'v'yom echod u'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala b'zman karim yimru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mivarach le'olam amei amaya. Yivarach v'yishtabach v'yifa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kedusha b'richu. Le'ilam mikol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, tamiran b'yama v'yimru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Osei shalom b'mramad, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and all who mourn, and comfort the bereaved, as together we say, amen. Please be seated. Another nice thing that came in the chat box during services: Jack Wasserman, Lori Wasserman's nephew, is going to the law school at Duke. Mazel tov to Lori and her family as well. A couple of quick announcements. Tomorrow we have Saturday morning minyan and the Holy Scrollers, as well as Simchat Shabbat at 9 o'clock in the tent. We have a baby naming, which we will be celebrating the birth of twins. We hope that you join us either in person or virtual for those experiences. Tuesday is,
Yes.
you want to tell us about that?
Oh yes, we're going to explore some of the music and liturgy of the High Holy Days to prepare us and to hear some settings we don't usually hear and really delve into it together.
Awesome. So 7:30 on Tuesday. We got an email about our upcoming High Holy Days. We changed some of our COVID protocols. All of our services will be masked, inside and outside, as well as limiting the number of people inside to 50%, as well as if you're eligible for vaccination, you do have to be vaccinated to be in our community indoors on that for the High Holiday services. There was a question about the simulcast. Well, if you don't feel that you would like to be inside our sanctuary, we will be having people in our tent during the morning services where you can watch and have a machzor and be part of a community. So not just watching at home, as well as special guest appearances from the Torah, from the clergy, from the shofar as well, so you can feel part of a community as well as outside. Many of our services are outside for the High Holidays. So we are already praying for good weather. So please pray with us as well. We return to a song that we sang earlier this Shabbat.
I like it. We return.
We return.
We return.
We return.
We return. Return again. We return.
We return.
We return.
We return.
We return. Return again and again to we return again to love. Shabbat shalom. 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 Yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai. Yai lai 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 yai lai lai lai. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Adonai oz layamo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. May God give strength to our people. May God bless all people with peace. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.